So one of the key things we've found from this work so far is that maturity of the fruit is really important to the outturn. The fruit produces its own ethylene naturally, and if there's no ethylene when the fruit are actually picked from the tree, they're likely to be compromised in their outturn in some form, whether that's through flavour or through internal injuries that can happen. If the fruit has ethylene when it's been harvested, or the day it's picked, then those effects aren't as definitive. So hopefully with this knowledge we can then take this and be able to get an understanding that the harvest time of the fruit is really important, and that consignments of fruit, whether they go to domestic or export markets, will have a much more positive outturn, and there will be much less effect of those storage times and treatments on the fruit quality. I took samples of the fruit from complete unripe to full ripe, and we worked out development stages throughout that time frame, and we were able to define ethylene production rates for these fruit, when it occurred and when it boosted, and we were able to define 3 clear stages of fruit development as defined by this ethylene production. The first stage, where there's no ethylene production, is the stage that's critical to not harvesting your fruit. There's a second stage where the fruit's just starting to produce this ethylene. We call that onset. There's a very, very small amounts, but it's there and it's consistent. And then there's a climacteric phase of ethylene production where there's a big flush of ethylene, and that's usually the stage where people like to eat their fruit. It's already started to soften and it's got those really full, rich flavours and aromas that go with stone fruit. So in summing up, if you are able to harvest your fruit with ethylene production before they come off the tree, then you will have high quality fruit going into your markets.